Hi everyone, it's Heather here with Best Laid Plans, and today I'm going to be doing something that is a DIY project that is also sort of part of my 2023 lineup going forward, which is we are going to be taking our plain cover for our planner. I have these new ones for Happy Planner with pockets, but it could be like a planner binder, really anything. I really liked this, but they are super plain. I've already added one of my name decals from LaVieEnRosesDesigns. I'll link her Etsy shop in case you want to go and get a decal for your stuff. But it's just not enough for me. My hope is that I can customize this with a lot of extras, because you know I'm not a minimalist. And really make it my own. So I have a couple different things that I'm going to be using. So whatever you plan on customizing, you can grab that. Obviously, I'm going to be customizing this. And note, this is not going to be like the putting things in pockets, like different, like in clips and things. That's not what we're doing yet. It's literally just like the actual like binder or deluxe cover. But I do have a few things I'm going to be using. I have some decorative, this kind of like embroidered ribbon that has little rosebuds on it in the colors that I love. I also am going to be using some patches. Now these are iron-on. You can find patches. I know MTthreadz, Simply Gilded even, will make like patches that have an adhesive back. So you can find those. You can even find those at your craft store. And then you can even use something like vinyl stickers. So I have, for instance, I got this from Lace and Whimsy. I'm not putting this on my binder cover, but like this type of vinyl sticker you could absolutely put on a planner cover. So that is kind of what we're going to be doing today. And I'm really excited because I love doing this. I made over one of my little Padfolios from Happy Planner in the past. Let me grab that real fast. So like this Padfolio from Happy Planner, it's supposed to be like the sleek black professional, and I added like Valkyrie wings and flowers, and I have my Hoya to Ho keychain from the Metropolitan Opera with my Brunhilde here, so that I made it mine, and these were iron-on transfers as well. So I've done this before, and I mean, the thing is that you won't be able to resell this, obviously, if you do this. It's pretty permanent, so if you're going to do iron-on or decals or things, just know that they're kind of not easy to undo. But I really like it. I think that if you have stationary items, you should add charms and decorate them and have fun and have themes that you enjoy that you're going to do. So I think that's really what makes planning so much fun. So that's just an example of something I've done in the past to show you. But now let's kind of get into what I'm going to be using and planning a layout for our deluxe cover makeover. Here are the patches that I'm going to be using. Again, really you can use anything. You can hot glue things. It's really up to you. For me, I like to find like unique patches and other things to put on there to kind of decorate it and spice it up. These I actually purchased on Etsy from MT Coffin's Clothing. So that is their Instagram. And they came with instructions as well. So I am very happy for that. And I purchased a number of their really unique, I couldn't find anyone who had patches like these look at this fairy tale castle coming out of a storybook. And this is like how I want my planner to feel. So that made me so happy. They also had mermaid with music notes in the background, and they had a little palais fairy as well. They had my Luna moth, love it. And look at this dragon. I think this dragon is absolutely gorgeous. And then they even had a Valkyrie, which made me very, very happy because I'm always happy when I can find Valkyrie art and things that come from, let's just say, if you search for like Norse stuff on Etsy or eBay or places like that, some of the folks who have that stuff are not folks who I would associate with. Unfortunately, they have appropriated a lot of like Scandinavian culture and mythology and everything. But I love Valkyries, and I love all of you. Just to be clear. So it always makes me happy when I find shops that have really cool patches and things and art. So here's my Valkyrie. She's really beautiful. So I had to figure out how I'm going to lay these out before I start to do them one by one on my planner cover. So let's just try it out. So I am thinking that I'll do this here on the front and have the mermaid and the fairy with the music notes and my Luna moth. I think that looks really good. I thought about doing this here on the corner, and I do like that, but I feel like it's just going to be too much. So I feel like this harmonizes really well. And then if I have little other things I want to add, I can do so. So I think that's how I'm going to do the front. And now let's go to the inside. I think that this is going to fit perfectly on this inside cover here. I love it. And then I've got my dragon and Valkyrie. I'll have my little dragon here. And then I'll have my Valkyrie here. And then maybe I'll get a die cut that says Valkyrie plans or something and have that there. So that like the inside is basically going to look like that. And then like I said, I'm not doing anything on the back because I want it to sit flat. So I like this idea. I like the placement. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get like a thin cloth to make sure this is all clean, get a cloth to put over it while I'm using my iron, and then just iron them on. And I want to do the iron-ons first, and then I can go back and we're going to add the trim that I bought, which is this really pretty like little rose beds. And I want to have this just going on the edge. I'll probably just like hot glue it or use something like fabric glue so that it has this pattern. I may do the back with this as well. But I have so much of it, so I might do a little bit more. Maybe on the inside also. I can add it along these edges. That would be pretty. But I bought that just because I kind of wanted to look like the other one that I have. I have another cover like this, but it has that clear floral pattern, and I thought, well, this is pretty, but it doesn't have any floral, so here's the floral. And then of course, I have way too much of it, so I'll have it for future projects also. So if I need to customize something again, I can. So that is for later, but we'll go ahead and I'm going to follow the instructions and iron these on. Again, if you have like a sticker patch, you can just sticker it on. If you have a vinyl sticker you're putting down, you can just put it down. If you have decals, you know, you can do your transfer. So just follow the instructions with whatever you're decorating with. But like I said, it's important to make sure that you kind of know where things are going, because once you do put them down, like there's no going back. So you need to make sure that you have it like exactly how you want it. So here is the front cover, the inside cover here, and then the back cover inside flap here. So it looks like this with the dragon and the castle. And then on this side, I have a mermaid, a fairy, a Lunamont, one of my favorites, and then my Valkyrie, of course. Now, cautionary tale. The reason that you always want to cover your surface with the towel and everything when you're using this is because I forgot when I was doing this one here, and I thought it was okay, but I clearly touched my monogram that I had made of my H. It is beautiful, and I ruined it, but I'm going to fix it by finding something like maybe a little rosette or a gem or a pearl or something to put here, because it's just right in the middle of the H, and I think that I can fix it. But that's why you just always want to be careful. But now we have the iron transfers on. I'm just kind of letting them dry, and then we'll be ready to start hot gluing our details on. One thing that I decided to do was I cut little pieces. I've got this obviously to go down the side here, but I also cut little pieces so that I could do just little flowers all around the cover to kind of fill in some of the blank spaces. So I'm just going to be using these, just hot gluing them down onto the cover, and then I'm going to find like a little gem or something to add here on this H to cover where I messed it up so that you can't tell, because I don't want to have people look at it and be like, oh, that person doesn't do good decals. It's not her fault. And then I think what I'll do is probably use this same fabric to outline this, and then fill that in with the little bit of the flower, since I have so much of that fabric. So that is going to be the next thing. I have to heat up my glue gun and wait for the iron to cool, and then we will do that. just make sure when you're doing this that you check to make sure you are not gluing the pocket down. Same thing when you're ironing. You don't want to press so hard or glue too much so that it's sealing this. This needs to be a usable pocket. And this here is why I like to use a warm glue gun, so I can remove the glue easily if I need to. And here where the pocket is, I will need to remove that glue. So that is what I am doing right now. Same as before, I want to just have these little blooms and kind of fill in the spaces with those. And I have a fix now for where I messed up my decal. I actually was able to find these little gemstones and kind of place them around, and I think that it adds a really nice quality. I made sure to find ones that weren't thicker than the embroidery because I want this to lie, you know, flat if I'm opening my planner. And here is just some of what I've kind of been messing around with. I have this journal card from the library collection from Simply Gilded, and I thought it went really well with the fairy tale kind of theme. And then I also have this treble clef and a French horn. And I thought that those looked really cool there as well. And then I'll add different like scrapbooking paper or other elements in the pockets here, and finish kind of decorating it out at some point, but this is sort of just for starters. And here is the back inside cover. We have a little flap there, and we have our fairy tale castle with our floral trim, and I think that it looks awesome. And then on the back, I didn't do anything because I want it to sit flat again when it's lying down. So left the back normal, but that's the inside. And then there is the front. So that was my DIY decorating my cover. I hope that you really liked this and maybe gave you some ideas. Obviously, I used patches and things, but you could easily use like ribbon. You could use stickers. Of course, you could use stickers. You know, there's so many different ways. You could even paint your cover or Mod Podge it. Like, I think that you should have fun. And if you want to just leave it plain, like, and just have a plain looking cover, if that's your jam, that's fine too. I like that with a physical planner that you can customize it to really fit your personality. So this is definitely my personality. There's nothing that I love more than putting work items into my princess fairy tale mermaid fairy dragon planner. It's how I hold on to the things that make me happy when I am sometimes doing things that can be stressful. And that's the truth of it. Like, planning can be stressful because you're not always planning to do things that you want to do. You're planning to do things that you need to do. Planning to get through times that may be busy or, you know, just things that are stressful situations. So, you know, I think that by decorating, that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me a happy planner. So this is what I like to do. And this is the first time I've done patches and like embroidery flowers like on an actual cover. And I gotta say that I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. It definitely I think it's better than what I had in my brain. And I'm excited to see what this will finally look like on my new planner for 2023. And another video will be coming up where I do that whole final setup. So I will go through my lineup and everything as usual for the new year. I will have another planner video coming on Wednesday, so please like this video, comment, subscribe. I would love to have you as a follower here. You can also check me out on IG at Valkyrie Plans, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!